Hello friends, followers and channel members, welcome back to the channel where on today's video we're going to be having a look at the recent announcement from the air traffic control program BeyondATC, which provides high quality air traffic control for Microsoft Flight Simulator. They have released the cost of the program, but as well as this, it's not quite as straightforward as we may have all originally thought. In fact, upon first reading, it actually looks a little bit complicated. We're going to delve into that on this video, and I really want to get a debate going with you guys using the comment section down below, telling me what you think about using AI as a tool in Microsoft Flight Simulator or any other flight simulator for that matter, because as well as BeyondATC, we recently reviewed a new product called Say Intentions. Say Intentions is another air traffic control program for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and many of you left comments on that video saying that it was really highly and ridiculously priced. Say Intentions, just for reference, is about $30 per month. And the reason for that high cost was not because the developers were looking to cash in on what looks to be a really nice product, but in fact it is just that expensive to use the AI model and ChatGPT for the air traffic control system being used. Every time a user logs in and sends a message using their air traffic control system, it costs the company quite a lot of money. So having a lower fee per month might well mean that yes, they will attract more customers, but unfortunately it wouldn't cover the costs of the software, as it costs money every single time it's being used. So now we turn our attentions to BeyondATC and their pricing structure. So it may come as a bit of a shock when the initial price of BeyondATC has now been announced at $59.99. So yes, about $60 US. Now that puts BeyondATC right up at the top tier of most expensive add-ons for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Stack that up against something like the Phoenix A320, for example, which costs £50 and is a complete study level aircraft. I guess the question you have to ask is, how realistic do you want your air traffic control in the simulator? Bearing in mind, of course, that BeyondATC is not targeted at the genre of flight simmer who is happy using VATSIM, because obviously VATSIM, real humans and as close to real life as we could probably get in a home desktop simulator. But then again, VATSIM doesn't have complete worldwide coverage, of which BeyondATC does. So £60 for realistic air traffic control, but what does this $60 actually get you? Now, the BeyondATC team are very clear from the initial onset that they are not a subscription-based model. However, there is obviously truth to that, but that's not to say that extra costs are going to be incurred if you want to use this program to its full potential. So the first thing that you really need to know about BeyondATC is there are 3 levels of voice qualities that you are going to get from their air traffic controllers. There is their offline voice, which sounds like this.
Easy 8420 Echo identify. Climb to flight level 060.
Easy 8420 Echo identified. Climb to flight level 060.
And they have over 150 of these voices with accents from all around the globe. So this is the offline version, and if you're happy with this voice, then it will not cost you another penny to use this voice for as many times as you want after having purchased BeyondATC for their $60. However, there is then a basic voice option. Now the basic voices sound like this.
Speedbird 8829er, runway 27 right taxi via Alpha, link 12, Bravo 3, Charlie.
Lufthansa 2539er Super, identified, climb to flight level 060.
So these basic AI voices, I'm sure you'll agree, do sound better than the offline voices. But this is where it starts to get a little bit complicated, as BeyondATC works with something they've deemed as units of transmission time. So what does this mean? Well, the offline voices don't use any transmission time, so that's absolutely fine. You're not using any units, and this means that once you've paid for the product $60, then that is your final fee. You never need to pay another penny. However, if you want to use the basic voices that we have just heard a sample of, then this does use some units of transmission time. How many units does that use? Well, again, this is where it gets a little bit complicated, because not only are you going to have the voices of the air traffic controllers, but presumably if you want good realistic air traffic control, you probably also want good realistic voices for the AI aircraft that are also going to be flying around your virtual skies. So let's look at this example, as this is quite realistic. For every flight where both the virtual air traffic controller and your AI traffic are using the basic voice model pack, you can expect to use anywhere between 50,000 and 200,000 units of transmission time. Now that is quite a wide range, so if we just take a little average out of that and say that for each flight we are going to use 125,000 units of transmission time, how many flights will you be able to do before that expires? Well, BeyondATC, when you pay your $60 to buy the program, comes shipped with 3,750,000 units, which basically means that on average, using the basic voice pack, you will do about 30 flights before you run out of units of transmission time. If then you don't want to go back to just using the offline voices because you quite like the basic voices, you will then have to pay a bolt-on, an add-on, and purchase more transmission pack units. Now there are three options. You can buy 500,000 units for $4.99, you can buy 1.5 million units for $10, and you can buy 3,300,000 units for about $20. What does this mean though in terms of actual flights? Well, using a little bit of maths, it works out at about $10 for every 12 flights you would make using this setup, with basic voices controlling both the air traffic control and also voices for the surrounding AI aircraft. 12 flights then is obviously not a lot. It's about $1 or so per flight. However, you could get more value for money on this if instead of having the basic voices controlling the AI traffic and air traffic control, you just had the basic voices controlling air traffic control and the offline voices doing AI traffic. Using this example then, you could probably do around 60 flights before you run out of transmission units, around 20 cents per flight. However, it doesn't stop there, because BeyondATC also offer premium voices. Now the premium voices are indeed very impressive, and they sound like this.
United 259er, climb and maintain 1515,000, altimeter 29er 9er 8.
Speedbird 8829er, runway 27 right, taxi via Alpha, link 12, Bravo 3, Charlie.
Lot 5458, monitor tower 132.25, bye-bye.
Now, I'm sure you'll agree when I say I think those voices sound absolutely incredible, but they are very expensive to use. And in fact, if you were to use both the air traffic controller and your AI traffic set to using these premium voices, well then you're looking at potentially up to 600,000 units of transmission time per flight. And again, a rough average calculation means using these voices, it would cost you around $3 or $4 per flight. So on screen now you can see various different options and a rough average of the cost it would incur should you use the various different options. Now I must stress of course that these are average costs because every flight you do will be different, varying of course in length, the amount of AI traffic that is around, etc. So take these with a pinch of salt, but they are a good rough estimate. Now that's obviously been clearly laid out on screen for you. I would really love to hear your thoughts on this. It's obviously great that AI is slowly starting to become part of our flight simulation world. It's worth noting as well that BeyondATC doesn't use AI responses. All of the responses that you're getting are sort of pre-programmed, but it does use sort of AI technology for the voices, not to be confused with, say, Intention's model, which is $30 per month, but that actually is every response you hear, not a canned response, but actually a AI ChatGPT response that you're getting to anything that you ask for in question. Again, really interested to know your thoughts on AI in Flight Simulator, and of course the pricing structure for both BeyondATC and, say, Intentions as well. It seems interesting to me that AI in general is quite in its infancy if we think about it, but who knows where we will be in 3 or 4 years' time. There is progress made seemingly every month in AI technology, and presumably, like all things, once this becomes much more mainstream, hopefully the prices of this kind of technology will drop. I, for one, would love to be able to fly using BeyondATC's premium voices all of the time, particularly in areas where there is no VATSIM coverage. The good news as well, which I've saved right till the end of this video, is that BeyondATC is moving into beta testing very soon, and I am fortunate enough as well to be part of the upcoming beta testing team. So obviously, when permitted, we'll be showcasing BeyondATC live on the channel, so you'll be able to experience it firsthand. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you have found this video useful and it's cleared up any potential misconceptions you may have had regarding BeyondATC's pricing structure. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like, and of course, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any future videos and of course our live streams. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye bye for now.